I think overall, Macys had its own unique situation. The numbers that Macys reported for the quarter were solid. The comparisons in the third and fourth quarter become more difficult. And the key is going to be for all of these retail stocks, we need to see the continuation of very good sales as we get to especially the fourth quarter. We're going into a solid back-to-school season now. It feels better, and there are trends that consumers are buying, particularly in apparel. I don't think the weakness in Macys that you had could be exposed to the whole group.
You know, but the overall retail market, I think, is up 12%, doubling basically the S&P this year. But if we can bring our chart up again, you just heard the numbers, Dana. I mean, some of these stocks are up 40, 50, 60% in 90 days. Have they gotten ahead of themselves? Some of these were, by the way, heavily shorted and had big losses last year.
Exactly. It's a case-by-case basis on these names because, yes, they could have been heavily shorted, but also look at where they're coming from. They're at very depressed valuations before. So perhaps even though the past year they've shown some nice improvement, there could be more to go for some of them if they have growth initiatives in place. Others, if their numbers aren't better than expected, if the guidance isn't better than expected, then by the fourth quarter, you're going to see a pullback in some of these names. The strength of the consumer is there. You're going to need to see companies be able to deliver not just as expected, but better than expected guidance.
Yeah, I mean, not to toot CNBC's own horn, but last year, just about exactly a year ago this week, we showed something on our big wall, as we call it, that showed that many of these names were being priced at 0.1 times sales. Literally, Target and a few others were at 0.1. Did the market just overestimate the death of retail last year, or has it gotten overly optimistic this year because the pricing difference and the valuation difference in a 12-month period is stunning?
Exactly. That differential is stunning. I think overall the market overestimated that retail is dead because, contrary to rumor, retail is not dead. What we've been seeing, and we just conducted some of our shopping tours around the country, there's traffic. And the other point of view is the fact that omni-channel and the combination of online and physical stores is what drives sales. But let's not forget the strength of the consumer. There's wage increases, and we've been having some wage increases, but some of that is going into whether it's apparel, whether it's experiential retailing that's out there, whether it's the discounters. Consumers that are lower to moderate income have more money to spend this year than they've had in the past.
Okay, a bunch of retail earnings coming out. Which is the one that you think is going to be the most telling?
I think one of the things we're going to be watching for, watch Nordstrom tonight after the close, that anniversary sale. People are going to want to be able to gauge exactly what the pulse was. I think Walmart, obviously, this morning is going to be very telling in terms of what the same-store sales was, how traffic was. Did they continue to see that pickup? I think those are some of the numbers that we're going to want to see, especially this week.